So today we are going to be hiking up the mountain on Koh Jum, Mount Koh Pu, and we've decided to do it ourselves without a guide. I've read online that it is fairly straightforward if you find the right track, so fingers crossed we do that. I did a bit of searching online and found a TripAdvisor forum that told me that the way to find the path is to find the tsunami evacuation route sign for 1.9 kilometres, pretty sure that's what it was. But we've been up and down the island and could not find that sign anywhere. And actually, ironically, yesterday when we were at the beach and saw that house built up on the rocks, the sign was actually up there. So what I did was I actually downloaded an app called All Trails, which is free for a week. Then you have to pay for it, so I'll cancel it. But on that, it basically showed us where the starting point for the trail is, and I can have it offline as well, so I can have the map at all times. So hopefully it should make it fairly straightforward. So we're going to hop on the bike now, head to the start of the walk, and yeah, I'm excited. It's hot, but we're going fairly early in the morning. It's just after 9 o'clock, and I've read that most of the walk is actually covered by jungle, so that's good in one sense. But in the other sense, I've also read that there's a lot of big mosquitoes in there, even during the day. So I've got leggings on, t-shirt, and I've got lots of insect repellent underneath here, so hopefully that'll be enough to stop the little blighters. So the opening to this walk is at the very top of the island pretty much. So as you're coming up on the road, you're going to be looking for some little green huts on your left hand side, and once you see them, the opening is literally just after that. It's also just before you get to the rock viewpoint, where we also showed you on this video. So it's in between the green huts and the Rock View Cafe.
Now, I hope I don't see any snakes, because I've seen a couple already and actually ran over one. Not deliberately. It literally just slithered across the road, and before I could swerve on the bike, I went over it and I thought, oh, it's dead. I looked back and it was fine. I was like, Koh Jum snakes are hardcore, but let's just respect each other's distance. So there'll be a fork about 100 yards in. Go left at the fork. So if you look closely on this island, there's loads and loads of rubber trees, and they're all neatly in a line. It's really cool. A little sign here made out of cardboard, but when we do the Google Translate, it just says wooden facade, all kinds. Read of that what you will. When you see the little sign, there's another fork. Go left.
And definitely for this walk, you're going to need a decent pair of shoes. We've got like decent trainers, but you definitely wouldn't be wanting to do this in flip-flops or anything.
It's steep, it's a workout, gets your heart going, but it's good.
Oh, I don't know if I'm just really unfit or this is a little bit harder than you said it was.
We've levelled out a bit now, but I think we're going to only last maybe 200 yards, and then we'll come for an incline again. Dig in!
I think the view is going to be worth the sweat.
What's nice is there's a lot of canopy cover, so the sun's not on you at all really. That's a relief. It goes without saying, plenty of water. I think 2 litres at least. You're going to sweat so much doing this.
Listen to the cicadas. We got woken up this morning at about, what was it, like 6 o'clock? And they were so loud. It was literally like they were in the room with us. Like, it was insane.
I would also recommend bring a dry t-shirt with you, because watch this.
This is gross. This is actually gross. Oh God, no one wants to see that.
Sweaty Betty! Sweaty Betty! There's not much you can see in the way up because there's so much foliage, but look at this. This isn't a medical theory, this is just my theory, but the only things I've had on me is ants. They're not many, just the odd one. In terms of mosquitoes, they've not come near me. I'm thinking that I've got this thick layer of wet sweat around me. Maybe it acts as a kind of membrane to stop them biting me. It's probably a load of shit, but maybe it's true.
Don't let our sweaty faces and deep breathing put you off this if you enjoy a little challenge and a nice hike.
I'm digging deep. Digging deep.
So when you're up here, excuse my sweat, you can really see actually how close this island is to Koh Pu, because from this viewpoint we can actually see Koh Pu just in the distance there.
It is there.
Once you get to that viewpoint of Koh Pu, there is also a little tree that there's some kind of markings in. So we're going to keep going because we're not quite at the end, I don't think, yet. So that viewpoint of Pu was a slight detour from the map route. If you can see, the map route is in green. And we just followed a kind of dotted path to see that viewpoint, but I think it was worth it because it was really nice.
So, there's kind of two peaks. One of them is covered in trees, and the other one has got a sort of a little ledge that I just went to check out. It's got a rope alongside it to help you in case you fall, because it's pretty treacherous. So just follow your way along the rope and you'll see it's a little opening. You can see everything. It's beautiful. We're just going to do that because we're at the first bit here and we were momentarily disappointed, but it's going to be all worth it. That is where we were just there, just now. So you make your way all the way down. And we're coming back up.
Oh cool, this is much better. Oh wow, look at that view. Oh, I've just remembered, I didn't bring my binoculars. Raging.
So I would say that took about an hour and a half. Pretty good, pretty spot on really. An hour and a half. It's a good climb. It's a hard climb in bits. Gets your heart going, really sweaty, but totally worth it.
The view up here is incredible, and actually we can see our next destination from here very, very easily, because tomorrow we are leaving Koh Jum and we're heading to Koh Saboya, which is the neighbouring island to here. It's so close, you can literally see it. It's literally right in front of us there. Can you see? That's it, yeah. That's it there. So we could go direct from here, but we'd have to kind of charter a long tail, so it's cheaper to go back to the mainland and then get a boat from there, a local boat. So the mainland is just kind of beyond Koh Saboya over there. And if we thought Koh Jum was quiet, Koh Saboya is going to be a whole other level, because basically where we're staying is one of only, I think, either the only one or one of two places to stay on the whole island. It's completely undeveloped. So we're literally going to be pretty much on a castaway island. So stay tuned for next week's vlog to see that. But this climb was definitely worth it. It's not a very high mountain. It's just over 400 meters. But the views are definitely worth it from the top.
Yeah, I've loved this. You know what I love the most is getting up a bit earlier, getting out and doing it, and feeling like you've accomplished something before midday. How cool is that? I'm looking forward to a nice cold drink though. Something chocolatey.
Yeah.
Chocolate milk. I'm obsessed. Yeah, definitely check this out. It's a great walk. If you set off early, I think that's the best thing to do, is get up here early.
Yeah, and obviously we did it ourselves, but and it is doable yourself, but I guess if you want a guide, if you just want the added reassurance and things, then it's probably definitely worthwhile, and give a local a job, basically. Yeah. We don't want this vlog to kind of like, you know, stop the locals getting work, so yeah. I suppose a guide is still really useful. Yeah,
and also they can impart some knowledge about the rubber trees and some of the things about the island, you know, which you wouldn't get if you just did it yourself. But it's up to you. There's the choice.
Yeah.